Hi guys, welcome back to the Brand Talk with Temi, and I'm here today with Akan Imoh. Thank you for coming, Akan.
Okay.
So the question for today is, what would a 20-something-year-old you do differently with your branding?
20-something-year-old me.
Yes.
So assuming I'm not 20-something.
Yeah, of
Because
course.
I'm 21.
No.
Okay, a 20-something-year-old me. Well, a 20-something-year-old me would rather than do, and this is like an advice to every 20-something-year-old person, rather than think so much about personal branding, I would have pursued excellence better. When I mean excellence, I mean just be very good at what you do. I think that's the first personal branding any young person should do. Because one of the problems that people make is, or one of the mistakes we should try to avoid is specializing too early, doing personal branding too early. Because in your 20s, you're still exploring a whole lot of things. You're going to go from one space to another, one industry to another. When I was 20-something, when I was in my 20s, I wanted to be so many things. I wanted to be an actor, I just had too many dreams. And it's just normal with 20-something-year-old people. But what I've learned is that whatever you find yourself doing at that point in time, be so good that people know you. So when you move to another thing, be still so good in it. After a while, the combination of that excellence, not necessarily the fact that you did all those little things, the combination of the fact that you were excellent at those things is what speaks for you. When I was in my 20-something, I started an NGO for teenagers. Today, I don't run it. I even closed it down. Yes, a very beautiful. We did a launch for the NGO project lead. We did very beautiful stuff. But then people don't remember that I did that. But because it was so good, people knew that, oh, this guy is good with young people and all of that. Okay. So I think that is the most important personal branding to be done. Not going to set up social media pages and saying, I am this, I am that, I am this. That will start coming in probably from like your middle 20s to like your late 20s, when you're now having a proper realization of what you want to do with your life. But in the early stage, I think excellence is just very key. And I think that is sacrificed a lot. A lot of young people do not understand what it means to really be excellent. They do not understand what it means to do good work. Okay. I just like to call it do good work. Do the kind of work that will get your name into rooms, that will get you onto tables, that will get your name on discussion tables. That's just what you should be focused on. So whatever you are doing, just make sure that I want them to talk about me. When they need people that are doing this thing, my name should be at that discussion table. I think that's the first stage of personal branding anybody needs. When you've done that, that success level now gives you the pillars to brand yourself as anything you want to be. So I like to call it, let's take it to class, I like to call it the S curve. When you look at the letter S, there are two curves. The top curve is always smaller than the big curve. So you always start with something that's going to give you, one, it's going to give you popularity, it's going to give you money. Because when you have those two things, it's now easy to build and run other projects. So the first set of projects you're going to run are simple things. You just have to be very good enough that people know you, and then it actually pays you so that you can now say, okay, I want to brand myself as this particular thing. And that's just how it goes. So excellence should not be sacrificed. Just do good work. Very amazing work.
Okay, so sorry, just to add to what you said, not to add, but to ask. I think, don't you think when you have a picture of what you want to be, maybe later on, maybe you're not even in your mid-20s yet, but you have a picture or sense of direction of where you want to be. Don't you think, and you start doing one or two things that, I don't know, puts you on that line to get there.
Beautiful.
Is it not?
Yes, good. So now it's looking like I'm speaking against personal branding.
Exactly.
I am a personal branding aficionado. So the thing is, I'm very careful. Yes, I do personal branding for a living, but I'm very careful about giving people wrong advice.
Okay.
So even when you have the right knowledge of what to do, it is always a trap because there are some points in your life where you should be at the point of learning, but you have pushed yourself to the point of expertise. And many people fall into that trap. So they brand themselves as an expert in something that you should still be learning that thing. In fact, you should, because there are always ladders in every career. You should still climb that ladder and be happy climbing a ladder. So I think that many young people rush to call themselves experts. So you see somebody as at 21, I'm a social media expert. Okay, no, so let me not put the age there, but you see somebody saying, I'm a social media expert, when obviously we know that, relax. I was talking with someone some months back, and I told her, I said, so last year I handled social media for two, I don't want to call brands, but two like national brands, like big multinational companies. I handle their social media. And the money I was paid for that project was, you know what you call blood money? Money that is way, way, way bigger than the work that you did. Then I now told the girl that, trust me, I wasn't brought on that project because I can do social media. I was brought on that project because of years of experience, because of my name, because of who I am. So at that point, it is not, so if they bring you on that project, they will pay you the normal money you're supposed to pay you. There's a point people start paying you for your name, not necessarily for what you can do. So you don't rush the whole process. So yes, you know what you want to do. Do you get my point? You already have an idea. You can now start. A friend of mine posted something on Twitter, Victor Fatomi, and he said, do you know that you can brand yourself as an intern? And it was mind-blowing. It was crazy because I had never seen it like that. You can call yourself, I'm a social media intern. I'm a social media executive. I'm a social media analyst. And you're giving yourself those promotions. Maybe you start from intern to analyst to executive to one day social media expert. And at that time, the truth is that even people that call themselves social media experts, deep down, they know that they are not experts in anything. They know that. So sometimes do not sacrifice, do not push it. For example, if I go to your profile and I see social media experts there, I will not hire you. Because in my head, I'm already saying, I cannot pay you. And then maybe you even need that job because you don't have money to eat the next day. And you've branded yourself wrongly at that point. Do you get? So we must always be careful of how we brand ourselves. So branding does not necessarily mean, I'm saying this because most people align branding with calling themselves experts. I'm this, I'm that. Branding does not have to be that. Branding just has to be consistency. So for somebody who is younger and already has a place you're going to, understands what he wants to do in life, it's just been about consistent. I want people to see me doing this particular thing. I'm not saying I'm an expert. I just want you to see me that I do social media. That is the branding that you need at that point.
I've learned a lot today again, as usual. I enjoyed the conversation, as usual, and I hope you've learned a thing or two today. Thank you so much, Akan, for coming once again.
Thank you.
Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.